Hello students. Today we will be discussing about the next chapter which is polynomials, class 10 mathematics. So the very first question which I want to explain is the graphical representation. How does a graph of a quadratic polynomial looks like? This is your very first question. The students don't know how the graph looks like, so the correct answer of this is a parabola. Now let me explain you. If I am talking about a quadratic polynomial, so very first thing you should know that its degree is going to be 2. The maximum power of the variable will be 2. So its standard form looks like ax square plus bx plus c. So if you have any such quadratic polynomial, its graphical representation will be a parabola. Now there are two conditions. Considering this a, if it is greater than 0 or it is lesser than 0, we very well know that this a, the coefficient of x square can't be 0. Otherwise it will be only a linear polynomial left. So if it is greater than 0, just remember your parabola will open upwards, and if it is lesser than 0 means value of a is negative, it will open downwards. The next question, number 2, is related to the zeros of the polynomial. So let me define 0 of polynomial. The particular value of the variable which you will substitute in the polynomial, and the entire polynomials will be equal to 0. So let us see, we have 1 0 of the quadratic polynomial. See, it is a quadratic polynomial, so its degree will be 2. So it will be having 2 zeros. One of the 0 of this particular polynomial is 2. So you need to find the value of the constant k. So let us write, if it is your polynomial x square plus 3x plus k. I told you when I will put 2, the 0 in place of variable, I am going to get 2 square plus 3 into 2 plus k. And I told you that this particular value will be equals to 0. So you see, 2 square is 4, 3 2 is 6 plus k equals to 0. So this 6 plus 4 is 10. When I will transpose to that side, I will be left with k equals to minus 10. So we can understand that if we have one of the 0 given and there would be some constant missing in your polynomial, you can find its value by substituting the particular value, the 0, in the place of variable. So your correct answer is minus 10, option B. It is our third question, one of the important question, which says 1 0 of your polynomial is 7 times the other. 1 0 is 7 times the other. So first of all, I want to recall that we have a relation where sum of zeros is written as minus b upon a, and also we have the product of zeros. So zeros are alpha and beta, which is equals to c upon a. So we can understand this is our given polynomial. Value of a, which is coefficient of x square, it is 3. Value of b, which is coefficient of x, minus 8. And the last value of c is the constant number, so you can see it is 2k plus 1. Now let us start with the sum of zeros, because if I will go with product, I will be missing with two variables. So let us come up with the sum. One of the 0 we are taking as alpha, other is 7 times, so 7 alpha, which is equals to minus b. b is minus 8. I have to take minus b, so it will become minus 8 by default plus 8 upon value of a, which I have written 3. Okay, now let us see, a alpha plus 7 alpha, this is equals to 8 alpha equals to 8 upon 3. So after cancelling 8 and 8, can I say alpha is equals to 1 upon 3. Now let us see the product of the zeros. So I will be going with alpha, one of the zero. The other zero is 7 times alpha, and this is equals to c upon a. So you can see it is 2k plus 1 upon a, which is 3. So alpha into 7 alpha will give you 7 alpha square. On the other side it will be the same, 2k plus 1 upon 3. We know the value of alpha, will substitute. So 7 into alpha square. So 1 square is 1, 3 square is 9. So I can make it 7 by 9 in the next step. 2k plus 1 upon 3. Let us now transpose. I am left with 7 by 9 into 3 equals to 2k plus 1. So 3 ones are 3, 3 threes are 9. I am left with 7 by 3. That plus 1 will come this side. So minus 1 equals to 2k. You can see 3 ones are 3. If I take LCM, I will be left with 7 minus 3, 4 by 3, and that 2 will come in the denominator. I am left with k. So you can see if I cancel 2 ones and 2 twos, my final value that I am left with is 2 by 3, which is your option number B. Let us see our fourth question. It is a different question where the zeros are given to you. You can see 2 root 7 is the first zero and minus 5 root 7 is the other zero. So we need to answer this time that what can be the possible quadratic polynomial. So for this we have a formula, px equals to x square minus the sum of zeros. Whatever the zeros are given to you, you have to find out their sum and you have to multiply with x. Then at the end you have to add the product of zeros. You need to find the sum of the zeros once and then you have to find the product of the zeros. So let us find it out. X square minus sum of zeros means 2 root 7 plus minus 5 root 7. So they are the like terms, we can add or subtract. So 2 minus 5 means I will be left with minus 3 root 7. And as I told, we will be multiplying this with x. So like this we got the sum. Now let us find the product. We have 2 root 7 as the first zero and minus 5 root 7 as the other zero. So you can see I will be left with x square minus minus plus 3 root 7x. Okay, then this side normal number 2 into minus 5 is minus 10. Root 7 into root 7 would be 7 only. So minus 10 into 7 will give me minus 70. So you can see option number 3 is matching up with our polynomial. So this is your correct answer. Let us see question number 5. Here we have alpha and beta are the two zeros of this polynomial. Then we need to answer, this is your polynomial, and we have to find value of 1 upon alpha plus 1 upon beta. So let us first simplify this. If it is 1 upon alpha plus 1 upon beta, I want to take LCM. So we don't know the numbers, their product only will be the LCM. So where there is alpha in the denominator, I will multiply by beta. Beta into 1 is beta only. Where there is a beta, I have to multiply with alpha. So alpha into 1 is alpha itself. So you can see here I have the sum of the zeros and in the denominator I have product of the zeros. So let us find the sum. As I told you right now, alpha plus beta is minus b upon a. We can match up with our polynomial. We have a equals to 4, b equals to 3, and we have c equals to 7. So this minus b upon a will be minus 3 upon 4. Minus 3 upon 4 is alpha plus beta. Let us see the product alpha into beta. As I told you, c upon a. So we will be getting 7 upon 4. Minus 3 upon 4 and then we have 7 upon 4. So try to understand. If I put in this way, the sum minus 3 upon 4. So I am writing minus 3 upon 4 divided by, because in the fraction we have alpha into beta, 7 by 4. So here you can see 7 by 4. Simply, if you can understand, I can cancel this 4 and 4. I will be left with minus 3 upon 7 as the final answer. So this is option number B, the correct one. In this way, you can study polynomials. Thank you.